We completed restoring your 1977 Nishijin Model C Pachinko machine. This quick start guide will show you how to set it up and play. First, if this weighted arm here is flipped up to the right, just flip it down to the left. Right here is a ball drain lever. So if you were to push down on this metal, attach this wire, it would allow all the balls to flow from the top of your machine down this chute and out the bottom. Right here you see at an angle a white piece of plastic. That is the wrong position, that is the drain position, so we need to lock it into the correct position. So I'm going to push down on this wire, and you saw it drop vertical, straight up and down, and so now I'm going to let go, and now it's latched. Now the most common problem with your machine is this one ball seesaw, this white rectangular piece right here. It's got two pachinko balls in it, and right now the right side is in the down position. This is the wrong position. If you were to play with it like this, you wouldn't get paid any jackpots. Balls would back up in your machine, causing future jams. So you need to reset it, and it's really simple. To reset it, you just pivot it. It pivots up and down, so you want to pivot to the correct position. Now you want to hook up the lights. Now you can hook them up to this 9-volt battery here. You just have a 9-volt battery plug. Now if we were to plug it in, this light will come on. I'm just going to touch it right now. This light comes on to let you know that you need to fill the machine with balls. There's a couple other lights that will just flash when you get a jackpot. You also ask to be able to plug it into a wall. So here is a wall adapter, and on the end of the adapter is another plug, another 9-volt plug. So if you want to run it off the wall instead of the battery, you're going to just want to go plug to plug. So plug the two plugs in. Oh, you've got to plug in the adapter into an extension cord or into the wall. And then if we plug those in, then the light comes on. Just never plug your wall adapter plug onto the battery. Now we're going to load some balls into this top supply tray. And we'll place the bucket down here to catch balls that fall through this chute and also this chute here. I'll go ahead and connect the battery so we can see the lights when we play. So here is the light that will flash, or actually it'll come on and stay on when we're running low on balls. Let me recreate that situation. Okay, so this light comes on, and it's an indicator that you need to refill the back of the machine with balls. Also, in this window here, a little weight sign popped up, a little orange and red and white sign. It pops up also, so if you don't have it plugged in, that'll pop up to tell you to fill your machine up with balls. Also, there is a lever here that blocks the flow of balls from your play tray. So you could shoot about 6 more times after the weight sign pops up, but then you won't be able to shoot anymore until you add balls to the back. Okay, we'll add some balls to your play tray. Now to play Pachinko, you're going to take your index finger and put it up against this chrome post here. It's called a finger rest bar. So you rest your finger there, then you take your thumb and put it on top of this chrome flipper. And you're going to pull down on the flipper, and when you get it all the way down, you're going to quickly slide your thumb off, and then the flipper will pull back up with a spring in the back, launching a ball onto the play field. Now the very first time you load your machine, your very first shot, nothing will happen because it's actually loading a ball into the shooter lane. Nothing happened. Now let me zoom out and show you. We'll shoot a ball and we'll start playing. Okay, I shot that second ball. It came all the way across here. There is a swing here. It's called a foul lane swing, and what happens is the ball, if it hits the swing just right, the ball will actually enter the foul lane, go back, and get returned to your play tray. The purpose of that function was to encourage people to use skill to play this game. So instead of just beating the flipper all the way down or pulling it all the way down, you have to actually pull it down part way to try and aim it. You might want to try and aim it to the middle. If this tulip is over here, you might just want it to come up a little bit and drop here. So that's the purpose of the foul lane. Okay, we had one going this tulip. When it did, we saw the lights flash here. The balls paid out here, and as they paid out, they fell down and hit a bell. So you heard the bell ring. We'll play a little bit more. Okay, we got several jackpots. Occasionally you might notice the balls got kind of stuck behind this spinner. That may happen sometimes. You just touch the glass, they'll fall. Actually, in this case, they fell on their own. All right, I'm going to zoom in and show you the main attraction. Now, before I show you the main attraction, we're shipping with the original plexiglass that you had, which has some scratches in it. And I think you said you're going to put real glass in it. So to put real glass in the machine, what you're going to want to do is there is a loop right here. You're going to want to either put your finger below the loop or inside the loop, and you're going to lift up. And when you do, the chrome playfield door will open. I lift it up. Now I can swing that door open, and that gives you access to your playfield. Now I'm going to zoom in and drop some balls in so we can see some of the jackpots. Now, if you get a ball to drop through the top here, you have a couple options. One, it can go either into the left or the right hole. I'm going to go ahead and drop one into the left hole. And if these tulips are closed, it'll open them up as well. I'll drop one in the right hole. It probably should do the same on the right side. And then it can also, instead of going left or right, it can go right down the center. Let me try and drop one in the center, see if it... Okay, as it went down, it kind of spins this a little bit, drops down, and opens up these two tulips if they are closed. If we get one in this side over here, it will open up this one, and if we get one here, it'll open up that one as well. And then these two pockets are just normal jackpots. You can also, were those even in view? Those are just out of view. There's just a couple of fixed pockets down at the bottom. That those are just normal jackpots. Okay, I've reloaded the machine with balls. I'm going to drop one in the side here. And you saw it flip the center piece. It also opened up these two. And if we drop it in the other side, the same thing. Okay, we've won a lot of jackpots, and if the light ever comes on up the top and you need to refill the balls in the back, and you want to get the balls out of here, the way you do that is you're going to slide this lever over to the left. And when you do, the balls will roll from the play tray here down to the receiving tray. Then you can scoop them out into a bucket and then pour them into the tray and back. Now sometimes if you have a lot of balls here, they'll jam. So what you have to do is you have to stick your finger in here and loosen the weight of the balls to get them flowing. You may also have to pull down on the flipper. Okay, there are a couple times when you want to empty this tray other than just to refill the back. You never want to lay down your machine and transport it with balls in it because they can get into places and cause jams that are difficult to get out. So You always want to get all the balls out for transporting it or laying it down. You also, if you ever need to open this door here, this is called your play tray door. You want to take all the balls out before you open it. You may need to open it if someone puts something in here other than pachinko balls, maybe carpet fuzz or marbles or something, and they get inside and jam. So with the playfield door open, now we can open the play tray door by pushing down on a latch right here. And as we push down, I like to grab the door and swing it open. And that gives us access to the inside of the machine. And here we have the shooter lane. There's actually a ball sitting there being ready to be shot. So as I pull down on my flipper, that's what shoots it up. On the back of the door is a ball loading assembly or a shooter assembly, and it's full of pachinko balls right now. So to get those out, well, first of all, let me zoom in. So I want to point out a couple things. As you pull down on the flipper, in the back of the machine there is a wire that moves a plastic part I call the ball load lever. So right here there is a piece of plastic that's pivoting. As that ball load lever pivots, it engages with another ball load lever on the back of the door here, and it pulls it down. And as it goes back up, it pops a ball into the shooter lane here. So I'm going to pull it down, and as I let go, it popped the ball out. So if you want to get all the balls out of here, that's one way to do it. Just pull it down and until they all come out. You could also, on this side here, there's a couple clips. You could pinch down on those and swing that whole part open, and then you can get inside of here to clean out any dust or bugs or anything else that might be there. To close it, you just snap it like so. Now when you're ready to close the door, you're just going to pull it over, and then as you're closing it, you may have to lift up just a touch. I also like to push down on that latch so that it closes real easy. And then the playfield door, what I like to do is I like to snap it. Now there's two latches that turn into the door, so I like to grab it right by where those two latches are and squeeze until it snaps shut. Now we'll take the balls out of the back of the machine. We're going to push down on this metal here, which is going to release this white vertical ball drain lever that we saw earlier. So all the balls up to this point in the supply tray and up this track, all those have fallen down. The light came on, so I'll go ahead and disconnect the battery. Now there are still balls in this lower track and jackpot assembly, and the way to get those out is we're going to have to pivot this white curved triangle. I have to push that over to the left, and then there is a pin that's right above, a clear pin right above that triangle, and we're going to grab that pin and pull it down and release, and it'll activate a jackpot and the jackpot will pay out. Okay, there are still a few balls in here, but if you pull and it's getting stuck, that's because these two arms here, you need to pull those back with one hand, hold those back, and then you're able to get all the balls out. So now we got all the balls out of here. These last ones here have gone to the front, so we'll need to empty them from there. And that concludes this quick start guide. We sure hope you enjoy your machine.